What is up, gamers? It's your boy, and we are back with another channel anniversary. Congratulations, editor. Myself, please play party sound effect here. Yeah, I'm a bit late because I've been busy uh, putting out videos more than weekly. Did better than I expected this year, yeah. Because to start off with, right, for the past year, the channel has been discovering the Dark Souls trilogy. So by the time you see this, I think the entire thing should have been uploaded. Yes, it was a big project. I mean, like I've always wanted to do like a long form Let's Play, right? That's what I grew up watching. Uh, yeah. So last year we started with we started with was it last year? I don't remember. No. It's the year before, 2024, right? We did our first kind of short form edited Let's Play. Now, no, this year we just finished our first long form, very long form Let's Play, and kind of minimal editing, especially for last February, right? Kind of like for that Valentine's Day season. I didn't even edit Dark Souls 2 at all, basically, just recorded and posted it to see if we could finish it in a month, which we did, which is quite impressive. But then again, I have played that. I have like a couple hundred hours in that game, so it's whatever. Yeah, so we did accomplish that. Oh shoot. Okay, we did accomplish that. Oh wait, let's use a different color. We did accomplish that in the last year, yeah. So these are the videos I just watched the the last anniversary I posted. These are the videos I still owe. The Genshin best moments reaction. So I think this is actually viable. I was watching the Inazuma like all raiding cutscenes. It was actually quite funny. So we will probably get to doing this eventually. As you can see here, if you sneak down to the bottom, like I do have something weekly planned, maybe kind of something short. But yeah, this doesn't sound too hard, right? Like a lot of YouTubers do reactions. So that might not be a bad way to just, go through it again, kind of relive the experience, go through the nostalgia, and yeah, just have that be a little thing we do here and there. I don't know, maybe we can do it, I don't know, like monthly, quarterly. I don't know. I haven't played that much. There's like what? Mondstadt, Leeway. What's the third one? Oh, Inazuma. Inazuma shines eternal. Um, what's the fourth one? Fontaine and the Sumeru. So there's five that I've played. So I don't know. Yeah, like maybe five over a year. I don't know. No commitments. No commitments. Okay, and then also might want to do something similar with Honkai Star Rail. But like I think specifically the new player experience on launch and how that's changed. It's changed a lot since like stuff like Wuwa has come out as a main competitor. Like they actually upped their game. Yeah, I still haven't done this yet. Um, I've been playing a little Master Duel here and there though. I'm trying to farm the alt arts since it's New Year. But yeah, no progress on this yet. I don't know when I'll get to it. The UUU review. Okay, so I think maybe we could just do it as a short, right? That's like low commitment, low commitment. Same thing with the Sword Art Online. Like I wanted to do it for Christmas, but like I don't know. I think I was busy on Christmas, or what was I doing? I don't know. I was probably just sleeping. I was probably taking care of myself and getting some sleep. Okay. Um, this is the game I talked about last. I don't know, last time, last year. Let's just say last year. I have been playing through Atelier Lily. I mean, haven't finished it yet because of like the pacing kind of th problems, I guess, pacing issues that uh people commonly critique. But yeah, I would maybe like a combined review once I finish the game. That would make sense. It's not really fair for me to review it before finishing it. But like, dude, it gets kind of hard near the end, okay? Like, it's not that hard. It's just like you have to sit down and actually use your brain. And I think I'm at this point in my life where like I want to like sit down and not use my brain. Okay. Yes, so the big announcement, yes, is new game, weekly devlogs for new games. So as you can see, right, with all the games, that I did grow up playing, right, like kind of like dark fantasy, um, gotcha. Basically what this is gonna be, right? This is gonna be like it's kind of like how say DDLC is like, Dan Salvato's response to visual novels, right? Like everything he critiques about them, like he puts it in there. So it's kind of like a love letter to the genre, but also like a satire of it, right? So this is going to be something similar, kind of like how like Princess Bride, right, is like a satire on like I don't know, like fairy tales or like swashbuckling, but it's also a love letter to it. So I think this game is going to be very similar in tone. Okay, let's name drop the working name for now. But honestly, I don't think it's taken based on what I've searched online. So this is going to be the first game in a trilogy. It also has a prequel. But the thing is, right, I'm not going to commit to I'm not gonna overcommit, right? Because this is our first game, right? So I basically have it planned out, right? So there's a timeline of like a prequel and 3 games, but maybe you can just consume this as a standalone, right? And like, the story's just put in a way to set up future arcs, to kind of make it interesting. Um, so I spent a long time last night trying to figure out what the genre of the game is, because people always ask me, "Oh, what's your game about? What's your game about?" So I think based on what AI told me, this would be a political fantasy. Well, obviously, it has very obvious inspirations, right? Like isekai anime, it's an isekai, but you'd have to read the prequel, the non-existent prequel for that. Like political fantasy, there's like Realist Hero, there's the other one that's like a ripoff of Realist Hero. Why political fantasy? I don't know. I don't know. I think I just needed like some kind of plot, and that's like the most generic one I could think of, I guess. Yeah, basically it's going to be set in like stereotypical isekai land. Um, yeah, because I'm not very creative in world building. Because the idea first kind of came about when like I saw like I don't know, this ad, I guess, right? For like write your own visual novel. And I thought to myself, you know what, I could probably do that. No, it's write your own light novel, right? Like what Japanese people do, right? To like pitch light novels to like turn into trashy isekai anime. And I thought to myself, yeah, I could probably do that. I think I've seen enough, right? I think I've seen enough. I could probably do that. So this is kind of like a cross between that and like also like a gacha. It's all about collecting characters, meeting a lot of different characters. So planning right now to have 16 characters, one for each of the 16 personalities or MBTI. You can look that up. Um, yeah. So for now, yeah, we're just gonna start with, the main kind of party of 4 characters that you focus on. Yeah, we'll try to build it out from there. It's a lot more work than I initially thought. I remember sitting down with some software engineers or coders. They do that professionally, and I was telling them this, and they're like, "Yeah, everything you described, a separate person, that's their job." Um, yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Like initially I thought, yeah, we'd finish it in a year. Well, that's crazy, right? The art alone is going to take more than a year for sure. And I'd say the same for the music as well. So probably 2 years. I think what my goal is I want to have a playable demo in the first year. So then we can see like, okay, yeah, this is kind of how things go. Um, and I kind of would like, it would be really funny to have voice acting. But I also think it would be kind of cringe for this game to have voice acting because I think the writing is going to be kind of corny. It's going to be kind of cheesy and kind of dumb. Um, But yeah, if I had like a playable demo, then it would kind of make sense to like, I don't know, maybe do like a Kickstarter to like get voice acting for the game. Because I think, if you want good voice acting, that's actually just expensive, right? Like, I don't know anyone who actually does that. If you know anyone, let me know. If you want to participate, let me know. But here's the issue, right? Like, I would just do everything myself, but like, think based on the setting of the game, like it's kind of like the last like isekai anime I was watching a lot of was like those villainess anime. So that's like the last thing that was in my mind. So it's kind of set in like one of those, isekai worlds. So just due to that setting, like, most the characters, and I guess it's pretty common in isekai anime just because of the harem aspect. Most of the characters are, women. Like kind of like I don't know, like yeah, dude. And I cannot voice act that. I know some people do. They have like little editing, voice changers. Like if you look at like whatever, just like joke dubs on YouTube. But I kind of if I have people voice act, I kind of want them to do it like correctly. Um, yeah. But anyways, I've ranted about that enough. So yeah, that's kind of what um we're planning. So I will probably start posting weekly. Nah, maybe not weekly, like maybe monthly devlogs at least, to kind of like keep track of what's going on with the game, so we can kind of see how it grows. Because honestly, what I've been doing the past couple weeks instead of posting is I've just been uh, doing research for the game. I underestimated the amount of research I need to do because I thought I knew stuff, and to be honest, I could just make up stuff, right? But like I think everyone kind of finds it satisfying a bit if there's like some basis in reality. So I was just like, yeah, at first, like, dude, like I was doing a lot of historical research, right? First, I thought this genre would lean like closer to historical fantasy, just because of how much research I was doing. Um, but yeah, hopefully that finishes soon. Then we can go back to coding the game. I don't want to code the game. We can just vibe code the game. Yeah, it's tough work. All right. Yeah, enough ranting for me. See you in the next one.